So this is a video to recapitulate on my last year, basically, with working here, the processes with destiny, and yeah, especially since the 7-year process, and lots of points that I've always walked above or not considered really came up and showed themselves, presented themselves, and yeah, one of my prominent points is that I'm since the beginning walking in the fear of not being good enough, and not always being aware of it, mostly not being aware of it. Now the points slowly come to the surface where this is stemming from. I mean, what is then, what I can say is that I was basically the whole time walking in various personalities, from wrong, or not wrong, but not starting points that are not aligned to life, but to the mind. And it's then also it reveals, for example, how now what's interesting is that when I faced these points, for example, a point is what I have started with in the forums to share myself with studies, and there the whole time I was walking in the fear of not being good enough, but imposed myself as ego above it. I was always studying in anger, in fear, basically suppressed fear, and not really facing the fears, forgiving them, not at all, but and also not changing then my behavior in, for example, caring more. I mean, I made myself believe that I have changed my way that I study, for example, but there is always, or was always still existent, this fears of not being good enough. So I tried, or I have done these studies, and what I've done is written my diploma in a personality of fear of not being good enough, and then a personality that I have learned in my childhood, basically, which was not very practical, um, but I could not really, I mean, I saw this point, but this was not deep enough like to see it really or stop it. And now as the point came up, because now the work is done and I have gotten the things to correct by the professor, and it was already this point, okay, the fears then coming up again, and I noticing it in my body, for example. And also I was then thinking that okay, this could be the point. Maybe he says you got like stuck in your head, and yeah, so I have lots of things to correct, because yeah, a major point is that the sentences are constructed in a way that he says that he does not understand it, and it takes long to understand what I write. And this is also based on this personality, because I think that I can like get around the system, and for example it's like very technical what I'm not very, but it's like technical, and I could also as well simply place short sentences that describe something, and I did not apply this and not consider this. So now what came up with this is that then I, at this point, as I had then the meeting with the professor, and he said, so no, you cannot give me this work, so you cannot pass. Then this came up that I was in fact walking in these personalities, and with this there fell I fell on lots of points that I have changed in my behavior, changed from a perspective like the sleeping and, for example, eating sugar, but also obsessive thought patterns are connected to walking in this personality. And yeah, this is a lot of points that came up with this, so that from a perspective, or not from a perspective, but for real, I'm faced with all the points anew, and I have to re-walk it. So now yeah, I mean, this is also like yeah, a vlog to set myself on the beginning again, so to speak, because I see that it is not useful, or it has no there is no way, or no, I mean, what I have done, basically I have done to myself. I'm cool and not to suggest. So a big time loop, and yeah, I mean, basically also to reset my starting point for participating and for walking with destiny, to supporting myself firstly, to support the group in the basics of rating and walking with, and this where, I mean, yeah, where I have also still to, yeah, because this is a major point in this, that I, in this walking in self-interest, yeah, not have aligned, or not align myself to what is best for the group and what is best for life, but what is best for me in ways that I'm not even aware of. So yeah, this is points to get more straight for myself, and work with the points that I have fallen, to correct them from scratch for myself this time.